Crews work to restore power for tens of thousands as Henri drenches the Northeast. Henri brought a storm surge that flooded streets and powerful winds that tore down trees and power lines, complicating restoration efforts. More than 42,000 customers in Rhode Island were without power on Monday morning, while Connecticut had nearly 10,000 customers in the dark, according to efforts.US. The storm was downgraded to a tropical depression after making landfall Sunday morning as a tropical storm along the coast of Rhode Island, near Westerly. National Grid utility workers quickly began restoration services after the storm hit, Rhode Island Gov. Dan McKee said at a Sunday afternoon news conference. The pressure is on to restore power to the region within the next day as temperatures in the 90s are forecast for Tuesday, McKee said. Now, as the storm begins to pass out of the state, the important work must start for recovery, McKee said. We know that that's an issue, and that's why getting power restored is critical. A state damage assessment team has been deployed. That team and one from FEMA will tour the area as part of the verification process for a damage assessment plan, McKee said. More than 33 million remain under flood alert. Although Henri has weakened to a tropical depression, with damaging winds and storm surge subsiding, the threat of flooding in the Northeast remains. Additional rainfall totals of 1 to 3 inches are expected on top of what has already fallen, Henri said. Previous rainfall in the region had already saturated the ground, and that, coupled with new heavy rain from Henri, could result in inland flooding on rivers and lakes, along with coastal flooding through portions of New England, New York, New Jersey, and Pennsylvania. The center of the storm will track east Monday from New York over Massachusetts and out to sea by mid-morning Tuesday, according to the National Hurricane Center. Connecticut governor warns residents to stay vigilant. Connecticut Gov. Nat Lamont urged residents to remain vigilant Monday as flooding is still a possibility.
He said he's thankful that his state didn't see the worst of the storm's effects. Instead, Connecticut is sending resources to Rhode Island to help it recuperate, Lamont said. Eversource, a utility that serves Connecticut, had thousands of line and tree crews working, plus an army of people behind the scenes supporting a safe restoration. President of Regional Electric Operations Craig Hallstrom said Sunday in a news release. While the shift in Henri's track spared Connecticut from the devastation it could have caused, the storm delivered the expected heavy rains, further saturating grounds that were already soaked from the remnants of Tropical Storm Fred and other storms, he said. Crews are working to make sure power is restored before the arrival of high temperatures forecast for later this week. We realize how difficult it is to be without power, especially on hot and humid days like we're expecting this coming week, and we're committed to staying on the job until every customer has their power restored, Hallstrom said.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe.